Well, we also have reaction from Senator Steve Daines tonight, who now more than likely will be in for a much tougher race this fall.
I talked to Senator Daines live via satellite from the nation's capital this afternoon about that and a couple of other important issues. Obviously, this race is going to get a lot of attention. It already is. There's going to be a lot of money thrown at it from both sides. Does Governor Bullock's announcement change your strategy at all, having him as your opponent?
It really doesn't. We always knew we'd have a contrast kind of race. The governor getting the race clearly presents that for the people of Montana. We'll have two very different views for the future of this country. The one thing that's very different is I've demonstrated my voting record back in Washington, D.C. Montanans can trust me on these very important issues I described: more jobs, less government, and defending our Montana way of life.
You have stood behind President Trump time and time again. Will he be here to help you campaign?
I spoke with the president last week. He can't wait to get back to Montana. He loves our state. He stands with me. I stand with him in 2020. I look forward to a visit, or maybe a couple, from the President of the United States.
All right, I want to talk to you about a couple other issues as well, starting with today being the worst point drop ever for the Dow Jones Industrial, the energy sector just getting hammered. That's big here in Montana. How concerned are you right now about what has been happening there?
Well, I watched that closely. In fact, I saw that coming overnight. That's a fight right now between Saudi Arabia and Russia. The Saudis are putting a lot of pressure right now on the Russians of getting involved with OPEC. So that's what's driving this downward pressure in oil prices. It concerns me in that Montana and much of our economy here depends on these good, high-paying natural resource jobs. But I think this too shall pass over time. But it's been very volatile, very concerning. I'm keeping a very close eye on it.
The other big story is the coronavirus. The president has accused the news media, also the Democratic Party, of inflaming that situation. Do you agree with him?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is not the time to politicize what's going on with fighting the coronavirus. It was part of a very strong bipartisan effort last week. We passed an over $8 billion appropriation, a spending package here to focus on containment and prevention on the coronavirus, as well as expediting a vaccine. That's where the focus is. I'm confident in the Trump administration. I'm confident in the Vice President. President Trump asked Mike Pence to take lead on this. They're focused on this literally 24/7. I know there's a lot of concern from the American people, from Montanans, but I'm confident we've got the right resources focused at. We've just got to get this plan now deployed as quickly as possible.
So President Trump is coming back.
Yeah, according to Senator Daines, he'll be here at least once, maybe more. So, and you can see this entire interview with Senator Daines right now on our website, ktvq.com.